Hi, my name is Patrick, and these are games that are coming out in March. Now, some of these have already released since I'm recording this on March 11th, but that's going to be a mix of games that are either remakes, original piece, some DLC, some free-to-play MMO, but these are all releasing in March. I've actually had a pleasure of playing some of these as demos. So I'm going to link those videos below so you can check them out if you want additional gameplay. Carmen Santiago came out on March 3rd, and it's an investigation strategy single-player detective game where you play the super thief Carmen Santiago. And she is trying to capture this vile criminal. And she will utilizing high-tech gadgets. There's some puzzling in there, platforming, and the usual roguelite spice stuff. Two Point Museum came out on March 4th, which is a casual strategy building life sim game where you're curator of a museum where you can explore and discover artifacts, design and refine the layout, and of course keep the staff happy and the guests even happier. And from that, a lot of goofy stuff can happen. So this is your average kind of simulator game where you have the task of trying to build a successful museum. In Split Fiction that came out on March 6th, you play one of two protagonists. These are female protagonists set in, I think it's a multi kind of fantasy sci-fi kind of world. So it appears that they are two writers that get sucked into these strange adventures. Now this reminds me a little bit of Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, where you can play co-op, apparently split screen, and where you have to cooperate together in order to solve puzzles and move forward in the world. Dragonkin the Banished is a game that came out on March 6th, where you play a legendary hero trying to save your city from the evil dragons. Now this is a hack and slash action RPG type, similar to Diablo or Grim Dawn, where you play one of, I do believe, 3 classes, and you even have your own dragon familiar where you can unlock powers and pick up all kind of legendary loot. Chernobylite 2 Exclusion Zone came out on early access March 6th. This is a early access sci-fi RPG exploration type game with co-op features. Now, the story itself seems to be pretty deep with lots of different NPCs. If you ever played the demo, and you can certainly check out some of the gameplay that I did myself below. It seems to be a non-linear story, an open world to explore, with fantasy elements even. So you have something that's sort of like magic. You of course have melee, and then you have ranged weaponry. Now the UI are a little bit of a challenge, but hopefully that will improve during the early access period. Fragpunk came out March 6th and it's a free-to-play team-based hero shooter, where the gimmick seems to be these cars that you can play. They can either enhance the gameplay, increase the size of opponents' heads, or minimize the size of yours. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster, so that's the Gate, Rune, and Dunan Unification Wars, came out on March 6th. So this is a classic JRPG 2D story. I unfortunately haven't played it myself, but it's a classic that they have remastered to enhance the fidelity, I would assume. Not that you would notice a humongous difference, but for anyone that had played it in the past, this is probably one of those games that you just want to replay to rekindle yourself for the adventures of your youth. Wandershop came out today, March 11th, and it's a venture simulation farming sim life type game where you, as a former warrior, is now an owner of a tea shop where you blend together different magical teas and, of course, a farm for the different items that goes into your different recipes. Rise of the Ronin came out today, March 11th, and it's an open world action RPG set in a war-torn 19th century Japan, where you can create your own character and discover the mysteries surrounding this particular game world. Fate Reawakened releases on March 12th and is a remaster of the old Fate games. I do believe this one includes all of them, and it's an action RPG hack and slash game set in the classical Fate universe. Midnight Murder Club comes out on March 13th, and it's a team-based battle arena co-op PvP, where one of the gimmicks is that one person has a gun, and then you're looking for the other team. WWE 2K25 comes out on March 14th, which is of course a famous franchise of wrestling co-op. And what else is there to say? This is the latest version. Not sure if it has anything extraordinary new in it, but you can create your own character and you can go out and wrestle other wrestlers. MySim's Cozy Bundle comes out on PC on March 18th, and it's exactly like it sounds like. It's MySims on PC. Immortals is a co-op with controller support. It comes out on March 18th. It is an MMO with up to 33 people that can play at the same time. Now, I couldn't find it in Steam, on Steam. I'm not entirely sure if this is Game Pass only, what is the case with that, but supposedly comes out on March 18th, and it's a action roguelike co-op for a massive amount of people. Wreckfest 2 is a car crash derby game with heavy physics modeling. Now, I couldn't find this one on Epic or Game Pass, but I did find it on Steam. It still says that it's coming soon, although it looks like it has a March 20th release date. So that's the only thing I know. It does look brutal though. Assassin's Creed Shadows comes out on March 20th, and it's the next iteration in the Assassin's Creed franchise, this one set in Japan, where you can play one of two different characters, is my understanding. One is a armored samurai, and the other one is more of a sneaky female ninja character. Atelier Yumia, I think that's said. The Alchemist of Memories and the Envisioned Land comes out on March 21st. And this is a action JRPG set in, I'm not entirely sure what kind of time frame, but they do have weapons such as pistols and whatnot. So I would imagine something futuristic, maybe some cyberpunkish. Bleach Rebirth of Souls comes out on March 21st and is a 3D fighter. AI Limit is set to come out on March 27. This is a post-apocalyptic soul-like action RPG. Seems to have this ambience and eeriness over it as you walk around and discover what happened to the world that you inhabit. Atomfall comes out on March 27th. Now this is the action RPG set in 1960s England after some form of atomic event. Now there is a mystery here. You will have infiltrated this area and you have to look for resources. And apparently it's pretty difficult too. So it's not a pushover when it comes to the gameplay itself. It's hard to say if it's real like Fallout, but it seems to have that kind of same whimsical nature. There are all different kind of factions, and of course, robots. The first Berserker Khazan comes out on March 27th. Now this is supposedly a Souls-like RPG type game. I don't know much about it, but it does look interesting if you are into that kind of type of game. Rain World comes out with a new DLC called The Watcher on March 28th. Now, Rain World itself is a low-res side-scrolling platformer, and this is an additional DLC coming out soon. And finally, Inzoi, coming out March 28th of this month. This is, of course, the much anticipated life sim, where not only can you create your own sim and the life around it, but you can also follow the lives of all the Inzois in the community around you. So this is something that I've been looking forward to for over a year, and it looks like it's going to be pretty fun. Now, this was my list of the ones coming out here in March. Let me know below if there are any that you are looking forward to, or might even have purchased and played. So you have a terrific day and a terrific weekend coming. I hope everything is going your way. And as I always say, adieu, until we meet again.